In February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As you get a peek at a man who entered the league in 2012 as a third-round draft pick, Nick Foles.
When you look at Nick Foles' career in total, you wonder to yourself at times, why has he not been a consistent starter in the league? Because when he's on, he can take a team to the Super Bowl and win it, as he did with Philadelphia.
180. I got one. Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. 50 to go.
Foles.
I got you, boy.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Foles. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. There's Foles.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Ray McCloud. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
All day, every day, any day.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
That one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 31 yards. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
180. Cadence gold. Cadence gold.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. McLeod to return it. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over first and 10 on the short side of the field. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Throwing again on second and 10. Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action here. Purdy. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 14 yards out. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, watch the slant.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets. Here's McLeod on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive. And now off to the races down the right side.
That's how we do it.
Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Focus, defense, focus.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had them on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Cox. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do come up with their first points of the game, but Charles, the question is going to shift to their defense.
Yeah, the way things have gone, 3 points could become insignificant fast if this grows to 28-3 or 35-3. They need this defense to come up with a stop, and they need to do it now.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
I got you.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 127 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Purdy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Check 25. Check 25.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 58.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. A 10-play drive that time, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34.
Get ready.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Come on now, let's go.
A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 15 yards. And the Niners are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 57's the mark.
Here we go.
57. Here we go.
Now an end around here as Foles is just going to tap this forward. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Better bring
From just shy of midfield, Foles. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Got it. Ready? Over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike 58, right there. On the ball now.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Hey, 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 hey.
And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Gould with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Samson Abukum. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face the challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Right there.
Throwing on second and long. Foles out of his hands quickly to Pittman. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, here we go.
The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Niners add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dance into his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming. 54's Mike. 54's
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Watch the twist.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Taken right around the 44. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
I'm coming after you. Watch safety creep.
This one caught by Kittle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
Check.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
54 Mike.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the flow.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Pittman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one, because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot.
He's got a man complete, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they were just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.